The dataset for Stable Diffusion is called Lion 5B and was built by collecting close to 6 billion images from the internet in a practice called data scraping. Most, if not all, AI generators have my work in their training datasets. It gets darker. The Lion datasets have also been found to include photos of extreme violence, medical records, and non-consensual pornography. There's a chance that somewhere in there also lurks a photo of you.
Okay. In late June of 2024, Meta, the parent company of Instagram, announced that they would use, quote, the content that people have chosen to make public, end quote, to train their generative AI products, including a large language model and an image generator named Llama. This is also to say, all of the images on Instagram are currently non-consensually being used to train generative AI products.
What does it mean to steal an Instagram post? Fuchs says, we are constantly engaging in prosumption. He quotes, the difference between the audience commodity on traditional mass media and on the internet is that, in the latter case, the users are also content producers. They engage in constant, often creative activity, communication, community building, and content production. Alvin Toffler introduced the notion of the prosumer in the early 1980s, which refers to, quote, the progressive blurring of the line that separates producer from consumer, end quote. Due to the permanent activity of the recipients and their status as prosumers, we can say that, in the case of corporate social media, the audience commodity is an internet prosumer commodity, end quote. Fuchs even made a chart that I think makes sense. But what if this isn't production or labor? What if it's just an Instagram post? But here are all my current Instagram posts. I'm pretty sure this was my first time skiing like in the summer at Mount Hood, which is in Oregon. And what's crazy is that glacier is now like melting, and I don't know fully, but you can't ski there full time anymore. But even when I went in 2015, I remember a bunch of people who lived there saying that there wasn't enough like snowfall for the summer months, and they kept having to go like higher and higher up on the glacier of Mount Hood. And when I went there, it was like one of the last times. And then a few years after that, the like ski racing group that I was a part of started going to Mammoth, which is, I'm pretty sure, in California, if I'm not mistaken, because there just wasn't any more or enough snow on the glacier. This right here is right by the Yampa River, which is like the very top of the Colorado River, and it gets all of the freshwater snow off, or like snow runoff from each winter, and it feeds into the Colorado River, as do like all of the Rocky Mountains. And then like this mountain is just, it's Steamboat Springs, but it's one of the many mountains that lead to the Colorado River. And it's actually been in a drought since the year 2000. So 25 years going strong. And you can actually see each year the lines go down on the river. Like if you have ever rafted it, there's like little marks from each year of it getting lower. These photos are also kind of like objects. They're kind of like image objects. Like the stuff that you have in your room, the mundane things that we accidentally find while clearing out drawers, that easily lend themselves as vehicles of time travel. They make us relive in a fraction of a second memories of places, of events, of feelings, and of people we have met but long forgotten. Image objects. That makes more sense. They're not just Instagram posts. They're like all the little random stuff you have in your room. Not that important, but still kind of valuable. Still kind of important to you. They're sort of like image touchstones that serve as memory vehicles for the subjunctive voice. Subjunctive in that what could have been. What could have been of those high school days? What could have been of the Colorado River if we weren't so thirsty? What could have been, what should have been? You just look at them and they take you back. But not forever and not perfectly. The voice is just a narrative. It's not a perfect rendering of reality. And I think that's why Sontag was always calling images an appropriation of reality. But data is an appropriation of the world. Kind of like how Coldry was talking about. Will you steal just my photos, or will you steal my water too? When does it stop? The Colorado River has been in a drought for 27 straight years, and you decided to build a data center in Arizona. When does my room end and the world begin? Or maybe you already stole the world and you're only just now getting to my room. In which case, I don't think I like this image that you made me. Even though I wanted you to make it, it kind of feels like a waste.